And just look at my commune women. You will not find more juicy women anywhere else. They are just gorgeous.
Which brings us back to sex. And one thing I did want to ask, well, it was a transition. I wanted to deal a little bit with the precautions that the commune has taken against AIDS, because it is probably one of the foremost efforts worldwide against AIDS, to fight the disease.
Mm-hmm.
How did you first become aware of it and recognize the serious nature of that illness?
I have a medical center here. We have the best doctors possible from all over the world, not only from Oregon. We have FRCS from England, and they are continuously watching about everything so that our commune can be protected from any kind of attack. And AIDS is going to be the most tremendous disease that man has ever seen. So it is their research on it, and if they feel something has to be informed to me, they inform to me. Sila brings the information. And soon we are going to do something about it. We will be the first in the whole world to do something about it. Right now, what is being done about it is every government is trying to repress the information about it, because no government wants that the world knows how many AIDS patients you have. Oregon government has made such a test that 90% AIDS patients will pass through it. This is simply criminal, because those 90 people that you have passed and cleared will be spreading the disease. And the disease is such that even by kissing you can give to another person. It is not necessary that you should make some sexual contact, just by kissing. Saliva is the carrier. I have told my people, stop kissing. Instead of it, start rubbing your noses against each other and enjoy it. And in fact, there are people, Eskimos do it already. They are 5,000 years backwards, but as far as AIDS is concerned, they are far more superior than us. It is not that they don't know about kissing. They have seen missionaries kissing, and they laugh at it, that what kind of people, dirty people are these? Because kissing means transferring all kinds of diseases to each other. It is absolutely unhygienic. In India, we have many aboriginal tribes where kissing is simply laughed at. They have their ways, and man is so inventive. They rub noses, they rub each other's earlobes, and these are all erotic points. And the woman is so erotic, her whole body is erotic. There is no need to put a danger on her. In India, you will be surprised to know that the ordinary posture of making love, man on top of woman, is known as missionary posture, because it was first Christian missionaries who were seen in that posture. Otherwise, in India, it was insulting. A woman who is softer, more fragile, and a huge animal is doing push-ups on the poor woman. In India, it was always otherwise, man underneath, woman on top of him. And in fact, that is psychologically also very significant. Because if the woman is active on top, then there is a possibility of her having orgasm with the man. But in the West, the stupidity has been that the woman should lie down almost like a corpse. If she is active, that means she is not a lady.
Let's move on while we can still keep our R rating for this interview. I have a couple other topics, and I just need to deal with. One of our reporters back where I work is doing a story on children, child abuse, and of course there were those charges that were filed several months ago regarding your child-rearing tactics here in the commune. Could you just briefly deal with
that? Is
issue?
Absolutely wrong, and the court has completely freed. The charges were invalid, and now we are going to sue the woman who had put the case against child abuse. She has never been here, she knows nothing about children, what is happening here to the children, and she puts a case against us. And now she is defeated. Now we are going to put a case against her, and our children are going to put cases against her. This is insulting and disgusting. There is no abuse. Our children are the one who cannot be abused. In the outside world, children can be abused, are abused. Here it is impossible because we are giving them all the information of sex, not in a roundabout way. We are giving them actual facts, that these are the facts of sex and these are the effects of sex. And until you are sexually mature, don't get involved into any relationship which will destroy your whole life, may make you retarded, may make you perverted. And when you are of age, the medical center provides every contraceptive, pills. We don't prevent them, but first let be ready. If a boy is 14 and has the energy now to make love, it is perfectly right time. In fact, it is a very strange thing that a man has the greatest power to make love between 14 and 21. And that is the time which is wasted in universities. After that, he is on decline. By the time he gets married after his PhD, he will be 28, 27. He has already declined. By 35, he is becoming older. He loses interest. He makes love, but he is a spent cartridge.
Somehow we keep returning to this topic.
It is you.
That's what all the guys say. Well, I peered through the window and watched as your car arrived and you danced with your sannyasins. When you look into their eyes, what do you see on their faces?
Just love and nothing else. Great love and great gratitude. I don't think anybody has been loved so much as I have been loved. Jesus has only 12 disciples, I have 1 million. And out of 1 million, 90% are women. So it is really groovy.
Are you afraid of death?
No. Death is not the end of life, it is the culmination of life. It is one of the most beautiful experience. If you have really lived, then only you will experience the beauty of death. If you have missed life itself, in listening to the sermons in the churches and reading the Bible and all kinds of nonsense, if you have missed life itself, you will die in a coma. Before death comes, you will become unconscious. So you will miss the experience of death. The people who are living consciously, and that is my basic teaching, live consciously every moment, even while making love, remain conscious and a witness. It is a lifelong growth of becoming alert. Then you can die consciously. And you can experience death as the ultimate orgasm. It is far bigger than any sexual orgasm. In fact, the difference is not only of quantity, the difference is of quality. It is immeasurable. Living moment to moment, one learns how to die beautifully, silently, joyously. One is going on another adventure, unknown. I don't give them any idea what is going to happen after death, because that is absolutely wrong, destroying. It is like that I loved a movie and I tell you the whole story of the movie, and then tell you that I have brought a ticket for you, go and see. I have destroyed it already. What is the point of seeing it? I give them the ticket, but I don't tell them what is going to happen. That they have to discover on their own. It is tremendously beautiful, because I have lived before and I have died before. And I have died consciously. So I know what beauty it is. It is not end. It is always a new beginning. In existence, nothing dies. Cannot. You cannot destroy even a small pebble. You can grind it, but it will be there. now in powder form. You can throw the powder into the ocean, it will be there, resting somewhere in the bottom of the ocean. But now it is an accepted scientific truth that nothing can be destroyed. You can only change its form. And if this is so about matter, what to say about consciousness, which is the highest evolution on the earth? Existence cannot be so stupid, so unintelligent to destroy consciousness. It does not destroy even stones. How it can destroy your soul? But I don't say to anybody, believe in me. I say, experiment. And right now you are alive, so don't bother about death. When it comes, it comes. Right now you experiment with life and be ready. Death can come any moment. And particularly in these days where politicians are preparing to destroy the whole humanity, and religions have contributed their contribution through AIDS. That will destroy. If politicians cannot, then AIDS will destroy humanity. So we are really living without any tomorrow. Always man has lived without tomorrow, but never with such a crisis. And I say AIDS is a religious disease because its beginning is in homosexuality. And homosexuality was born in monasteries of religions, because there they segregated men and women separately, and they did not allow men and women to meet. No woman can enter in a monastery where only men live. Neither man can go into the nunnery. You are creating the situation for homosexuality. Religions have been teaching celibacy, which creates perversions, because it is unnatural. It is just as if somebody says to you that unless you stop urinating, you will not enter into the kingdom of God. That is just nonsense. But you can find few idiots who will start making an effort. Because if this is the price, they are ready to do it. But what they will do, they will pretend, they will be hypocrite, and they will find perverted ways from the back doors. You cannot go against nature. Celibacy is against nature. And all the religions have been preaching celibacy. They are responsible for AIDS. So today the situation is really more dangerous than it has ever been. Tomorrow is more uncertain than it has ever been. So live today with intensity, with totality, with as much consciousness as possible. And I have here 112 methods how to increase your consciousness more. So if death comes tomorrow, there is no problem. There will be only my people dying joyously with a smile on their face.
At your news conference a couple weeks ago, you made the comment, I think you invited someone to assassinate you. I couldn't tell if it was a joke or not. You made the comment, Jesus didn't have the media, you had the media. Is it a joke? Is it fear of death by natural causes? Or is it just because that would be the logical way you could see the end of your life?
Most probably that will be the logical end of my life. It is a serious joke.
Yeah.
And I would prefer that way, rather than dying on the bed. 99% people do that. I don't want to belong to that crowd. I would rather like to be assassinated than to die on my bed. And to me there is no problem. I have experienced life. I have tasted all its joys. There is nothing that I have missed. If death comes this moment, I will not ask even one more moment to complete my sentence. It is perfectly okay. In existence, nothing is ever completed. Only in novels, stories begin and end. In life, there is no beginning and there is no end. Abruptly, things start. Abruptly, things finish. There is no preface, there are no appendix, there are no footnotes, nothing. It is always in the middle that the story begins. When I used to read, for 5 years I have not been reading anything. But I loved reading so much that I had to find out ways to make the book more interesting. I will begin in the middle, then go to the end, then come to the beginning. And that was more hilarious, more suspense. A life is really hilarious. Just you have to know how to love it. We don't have any God. We don't have any heaven and hell. We have only this moment, so we can pour our all the energies into it. And we are doing that. We are celebrating and enjoying and loving and laughing and dancing. In fact, that is what creates hostility towards me. The poor is hostile towards the rich. The sad people are hostile towards those who can laugh and love and dance. The whole world lives in such misery and suffering that they cannot tolerate me. My existence and my people's existence proves them wrong. And I am not a person just to argue. I give existential arguments. My commune is an existential argument to the whole world that you also could have loved and danced and sung and enjoyed, but you have chosen wrong paths. So you go to church, to go to the synagogue. My people are not going there. There is no need for them to go anywhere. They don't pray. They are not beggars. And whom to pray? There is nobody in the sky to pray. My people meditate. They sit silently doing nothing, enter into their own silence. Enjoy it. The more you enjoy it, the deeper and deeper you enter into it. There comes a point where you are exactly at your center of being. And that's what I call enlightenment. A great explosion of luminosity, clarity. All questions disappearing, all doubts dissolved. You have found the answer. The answer is within you. Nobody can supply it. And all these prophets and messiahs have been doing just that. They are supplying you the answer. Any borrowed answer is not going to help. Those borrowed answers have made whole humanity miserable. They have taken their individuality, they have taken their intelligence, they have taken their inquiry, they have taken everything away from them and left them utterly poor. My people are multidimensionally rich.
So what happens to them after years from now? After years from now, when you die, what happens to the
They will
Rajneeshis?
celebrate
And
my
then,
death.
and then go to the Four Winds or stay
That is
together?
for them what to do. I am not to decide. Remember, that is the strategy of a politician. He wants even to control people after his death. The religious leaders declare their successors. But what is the point in it? The point is dead overruling the living. When I am gone, I am gone. And it is a double thing to be understood. When I am gone to you. You are gone to me. I will be doing whatsoever I want to do. You should do whatsoever you want to do. Nobody has to control. You cannot control me when I am dead. You cannot tell me what you should do after death. Neither I have to say to anybody, I have made you love life, relish every moment. You know the secret. You will not miss me. You don't need any successor. You are my successor. Everyone. Individually. If you still decide to remain together, good. If you want to go separate on your own ways, that is even better. But I am not going to dominate you, either alive or dead. To dominate anybody in any way is criminal.
We need to change.
Change. You can take few grapes.
I think after the interview.
Yeah. After interview?
Yeah, otherwise it'll make my mouth water.
Okay.
Thank you, though. Okay, I only have a couple more questions. Look into your crystal ball. What will Rajneesh Puram look like in 10 years? Or what do you want it to look like in 10 years?
Nothing. I never think about future. Future is not my concern at all. To me, time is only now, and space is only here. Beyond that, I have no concern. While I am here, I love my people, making a desert into an oasis. when I am gone, these people will be here. These are intelligent people. They don't need any instructions. Even now, I am not giving them any instructions. They can understand. They know that I love greenery, so they started planting as many trees as possible. They know I love water, so they have made dams, lakes. They love me. From my shoes up to my head, they make everything for me. Even my watch is made by my sannyasins. That's why it is invaluable. I cannot sell it for $1 million or $1 billion. No price can purchase this watch because it has been made with soul love. And these are not diamonds, just real stones, not phony diamonds, authentic stones. But love cannot be sold or purchased. I never think about the future. That's why my life is without any tensions. I never think about the past. So I am not burdened with the past. I never imagine about the future, so I am not worried about the future. And today is enough unto itself. I enjoy it when I go to bed. I thank the whole existence that it has been beautiful today. And if by chance I wake up again, we will see.
You made the comment that you think there can never be peace between Oregonians and Rajneeshis.
Yes.
Why is that? Do you not want peace?
I always love peace. But what I had said actually has been misunderstood. And it was bound to be. Because the question was asked, it was not about peace, it was about coexistence. And I said never, because coexistence is an ugly word, political. It means you are hostile, you are an enemy, I am hostile, I am an enemy. But what to do? We have to live. I am here, you are here, and we have to live somehow. So some compromise is needed. That is coexistence. I don't believe in coexistence. Either I will turn Oregon red, or they are free to turn us into Oregonians. That is peace, not coexistence. One existence. Till that happens, the fight will continue.
What if Oregonians just decided to leave Rajneeshis alone?
I don't think anybody can leave Rajneeshis to live alone. We won't allow that.
Didn't think so. You'd also made the comment, I had not been there at the time, but it was my understanding that before you take final sannyas, you might tell your followers to go ahead and wear rainbow colors. It's
Just a joke. Because I don't want my sannyasins to look buffoons.
So you're happy with them
I'm
wearing...
perfectly happy.
One more thing on the Oregon issue. The thing that seems to be the most open wound in this state was when the Rajneeshis won the election in what was then Antelope. And it was a legal election. It was by the democratic process, but still there was the feeling in Oregon this was a takeover. Is there any way to ever bridge the gap that was caused by that? Is there any chance the Rajneeshis would ever pull out of Rajneesh, or is that now just always going to be the Twin City?
There is no way, because they are absolutely wrong, and we cannot compromise with anything wrong. It is a simple democratic process that sannyasins are the majority, and whoever is the majority will rule. If they want to rule, they should create majority. And they can have the rule. There is no problem in it. And one should not be so ugly in behavior that you don't want to be ruled by the majority and the minority wants to rule the majority. It is not a takeover. Otherwise, Ronald Reagan has taken over America. Kill that man. If majority supports, then that's a democratic process. And it is not a small majority. There are not more than 12 people in the dead antelope. And there are hundreds of sannyasis there. They can bring people more if they want. Otherwise, we are going to bring more people.
So what's next then? Will you and Rajneeshis get involved in the Oregon political system you so despise? Run for office?
There is no political problem for us. And we are not involved in any way with the politics. The sannyasins who are living there, they were being tortured by the minority. For small things, legal, they wanted, they will not allow it. The minority should have thought it was such a simple thing that you are denying the majority things which are legally asked. They are not asking any illegal thing. If they want to make a house, permit will not be given. If they want to purchase a land, permit will not be given. On what grounds? Their children will not be admitted in the school. On what grounds? A minority torturing majority, that is democracy. And since we have come there, nobody can complain that we have harassed any Oregonian. We invited them, they have taken their children out of the schools. And still you think that there should be some peace. And many of them have already left. And the others who are still hanging are hanging because there is nobody else except us to purchase their properties. We will purchase their properties so they can leave. If they cannot, be with us, there is no reason for them to be there. But we are going to be there.
On a broader scale, can we expect people in Rajneeshpuram to be running for the State House or the State Senate in the next 2 years?
We are not interested in politics. Our interests were our own comforts, our houses, our lands. We wanted more land, we wanted more houses. Our interest was not politics at all. We are not politicians. Nobody is running for assembly, and you have many idiots to do that in the state. You need not.
I guess I ask because you've received so much opposition from the political arena that you've mentioned you've beaten them at their own game before.
No. But if some time arises, we will do everything to beat them on their own grounds. But we are a small minority, and the majority of millions of people in Oregon is threatened by us. This is something ridiculous. We should be threatened by them. We are not. They are threatened by us, which is simply absurd. That's why I say I have known people from all the countries of the world, but Oregon seems to be special. It seems all the idiots of the world go on being born in Oregon. It's strange. For example, they are unnecessarily harassing us. That's what they did in Antelope. If they had not harassed our people, we were not interested in making a mayor or a council. Why we should bother about all that? We are not interested in power or prestige. In fact, it was so difficult for our people to persuade somebody to be the mayor, to persuade somebody to be the councillor. Nobody wants. Who wants to get? There are so many groovy things going around. And poor mayor is sitting in the town hall having a meeting about unnecessary things. We are not interested, but if they harass us too much, we can do anything.
We need to change for God.
You can change, but I will not change.
Go ahead. Do you want to finish that thought?
Yeah, I was saying that we will fight in every possible way. We do not want to harass anybody, and we do not want to be harassed by anybody. We are harmless people. We will not do any harm to anybody. But if somebody does harm to us, then we are not Christians. We are not going to follow Jesus Christ that when somebody hits on your cheek, give him the other cheek. To me, that is insulting the other person who has hit you. It is making him subhuman. You are becoming holier than thou. No. We are just human beings and we respect you. If you hit me on one cheek, I will hit on your both cheeks immediately. Just, I respect you as a human being. You needed it, you deserved it, you earned it. There is a story in Buddha's life. He said in one sermon that you should forgive a person 7 times. One of his disciples stood up and asked, what about the 8th time? Reasonable question. Buddha was at a loss for a moment. He had never expected that somebody will ask about the 8th time. So he said, okay, make it 77. But the man stood up again and he said, it makes no difference. What about 78th time? I have heard one story of a Christian saint who was hit on one of his cheeks. Obviously, being a follower of Jesus, he gave his other cheek. But the man was also some man of guts. He hit on the other cheek even more forcibly. And at that moment, the saint jumped on the man, clutched his neck and told that now I am going to kill you. But the man said, wait, you are a saint and your master has said that give the other cheek. He said, okay, I followed the master, I gave you the other cheek, but now I have no other cheek. Now I am free. And I will teach you a lesson. If they go on harassing us, we enjoy it. So there is nothing serious in it. But we will harass them in our own way.
But you're not planning to run for governor?
No, we don't need. We don't need. It is far better to harass the governor than to put our governor and then that governor is being harassed by Oregonians. No. We will do this way. Let the governor be theirs, we will harass him. And we are enjoying the whole game. If they can understand a little sense of humor, all the clouds can disappear within a second. From our side, there is no problem at all. They are talking about land use laws. And none of them has come here to see what we have done to their land. They may be knowing land use laws, but they don't know what has happened to the land. For 50 years, the land was lying dead. It was land use laws, under law. Perfectly they were happy. Nobody bothered it. It was for 50 years for sale. Nobody purchased it because it was only a desert. What you are going to do with it? We purchased the desert. We changed the desert to bloom. Now we are creating enough crops sufficient for the commune. We are creating enough vegetables sufficient for the commune. And they are talking about land use laws. They should learn here how land has to be used. We can teach their farmers who have similar kinds of deserts. They should send their farmers to our place to learn. But those people are strange. They never come themselves. They never want to see. They are so afraid. Even your governor is so afraid. We have invited him many times. At least come once before you decide against or for. But at least come once and see what harm we have done to your land. But I have never seen such cowards. It is so simple to come here and see. We have done no harm. We have made the land for the first time happy. When I had come here, there was only one home. Now we have homes for 5,000 sannyasins, centrally air conditioned. We have created all the roads. We have created the lakes sufficient for our people in any time of crisis. We are doing everything to make all the hills green, but they won't allow it because we are against land use laws. They should burn their land use laws and learn how land has to be used. And we are going to force them. We are going to fight on every issue up to the Supreme Court. And we are not going to accept any stupid laws. If those laws don't fit with us, then change them. Man is not for the laws. Laws are for men. Okay? Good.
Thank you.
Come back again.